Okay, let's talk. And the talk we're about to have, I'm just going to warn you right now, it might be hard to hear. We're going to have a talk about good, bad, being an uneven person. We're going to talk about Trump's endorsement of Lindsey Graham. Before I get to that, let me just say this for the record. We are all of us, every single person, you, me, everybody walking the planet, we are all uneven, if I had to put it that way. Uneven, meaning there are going to be things you are good at and things you are terrible at. Doesn't matter what you do in life, that's just how we are. There's only been one perfect person who ever walked the planet. We're all uneven. Me, you know I can't write. I know I wrote a book, only one, and I had to have my buddy Nick Rizzuto help me write it, but I hated every single minute of it. Did you know that? If you told me to write 1,000 words right now, 1,000 words, it's not even much, 1,000 words, I would get this knot in the pit of my stomach like you can't imagine. Like most people would get if they were standing on a 1,000-foot cliff. That's how much I hate writing. I can't do it. I can't get my thoughts and my words on a piece of paper. I can't do it. Now, you ask me to sit and talk. I talk for 4 hours a day. TV, radio, no problem. I'm uneven. Donald Trump, just like all of us, is amazingly uneven. And honestly, the bigger figure you are, the more seminal figure you are, the more uneven you seem to be. Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever. Rumor has it, horrible family man. Elon Musk might be the most intelligent person to ever walk the planet. He's gotten more kids than Genghis Khan. Donald Trump is very, very good at many things. When it comes to internal politics inside the GOP, moving chess pieces around, getting the right people in the right place, making the right endorsement, he might be the worst person I've ever seen in my entire life. It's true. I want to show you something. This is Lindsey Graham, just some of Lindsey Graham's greatest hits.
So this bill would allow judges to take guns away from a guy like this before it's too late.
My bill with Blumenthal, the grant program for red flag laws, I think we've got in a really good spot with the White House, but that's just part of the package.
If the committee decided to, say, increase by $100 million your budget, could you spend it wisely?
I can assure you that any money that this committee thinks
good
sees fit, I promise it'll be good to good use.
I believe you.
Pardoning the people who went into the Capitol and beat up a police officer violently, I think was a mistake because it seems to suggest that's an okay thing to do. This idea, give up on Ukraine makes the world safer. If you pull the plug on Ukraine because you don't have enough capability, there goes Taiwan.
You and your people, you're the ally I've been hoping for all my life. Not one American has died defending Ukraine. You've taken our weapons and you've kicked their ass, and I'm very proud to have you as our ally.
Lindsey Graham isn't a bad senator for a Republican. Lindsey Graham's just bad. Do you know, Heritage, they give these senators scores. You know how you hate the GOP Senate, how I hate the GOP Senate? You can't name more than 4 or 5 good ones you like. You know what the average Heritage score of the GOP senator is? You know? 78%. Okay, that's bad, right? 78%. You know what Lindsey Graham's score is? 56. Lindsey Graham is the enemy of everything you hold dear. Lindsey Graham works day and night wearing a GOP uniform to undercut every single thing you want for your country. And last night, I was getting ready to go to bed. I wasn't even paying attention to the news. Trump puts this out on social media, and it's a long post. I'm not even going to read the whole thing. Senator Lindsey Graham has my complete and total endorsement for re-election. He will not let you down. Letting me down is what Lindsey Graham does for a living. And again, I can't look at the Trump presidency so far and complain that much. It's been a great couple months. Obviously, we need some things to move forward. We need deportations to increase and things. I get all that. And there have been some hiccups here and there. I get that. But man alive, We have 1,000 battles to fight. 1,000 of these battles. Winning the presidency was one of 1,000. How many times have we had that talk? We have to win seat after seat after seat. Senate seat, House seat, local, state house, state senate, city council, school board. 1,000 battles we have to fight. And we elect Donald Trump and he gets in there and he does all these things we want. And then he starts kneecapping us on the battles we need. I'm so incredibly frustrated with this stuff because there's no more powerful, influential Republican in the United States of America than Donald Trump by a mile. I can already see all the hate mail that's going to pour into the show after this rant. And by the way, I don't give a crap about your hate mail. I'm telling you the truth, and you know I am. Put the pom-poms down. It's embarrassing. And I'm worried about Texas. Texas is one of these states that could have the reddest senator. The senator furthest to the right, further to the right than you can imagine. In this red state of Texas, anybody who gets through the GOP primary would be elected senator in this state. John Cornyn is up next year for re-election. This John Cornyn.
In President Trump's first term, he made America great, and Texas Senator John Cornyn had his back.
And we're especially grateful to your wonderful senators, John Cornyn and Ted Cruz.
This is John Cornyn. It's an honor to represent Texas in the U.S. Senate. In President Trump's first term, I was Republican whip, delivering the votes for his biggest wins. Now, I'm running for re-election and asking for your support so President Trump and I can pick up where we left off.
It's going to be 2 years of this. 2 years of this Senate boob sucking up to Trump, pretending he's like Trump, trying to get the Trump endorsement. And I'll tell you right now, I'm worried sick. Because we have a real opportunity next year. If the rumors are true and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is going to challenge John Cornyn in the Senate primary, we have a real opportunity next year to take out a rhino, to ditch him. That opportunity probably disappears if Donald Trump steps in and does exactly what he did last night, choose the swamp side. Choose the rhino side. I mean, look, here's some of John Cornyn's greatest hits.
Hi, I'm Texas Senator John Cornyn. The last year has proven quite a challenge as we've navigated the impact of COVID-19. But with safe and effective vaccines finally being administered, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Getting vaccinated is the fastest way that life can return to normal. Under the effective leadership of Director Wray, the agency has remained committed to doing things independently and by the book. Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. I've called this the most important law that most people have never heard of. It's been called the crown jewel of U.S. intelligence.
Please, anybody in the White House listening, please speak to President Trump. Implore him to do the right thing when it comes to the Texas Senate next year, because we have an opportunity and it is one Trump can take away like that. All that may have made you uncomfortable, but I am right. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.